In today's episode, I am again joined by Sharpie of mousechat.net as we continue to have the best day ever at Animal Kingdom.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
You are listening to the Main Street Magic Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy Stein and John Marone.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I am your host, Jeremy Stein, and today I'm again joined by Chris Sharps, otherwise known as Sharpie, from mousechat.net, as we continue our conversation about how you can have the absolute best day ever at the Animal Kingdom. If you haven't heard part one, make sure you go back and check it out. All right, let's turn the mics back on with my man Sharpie. So we left off riding Cali River Rapids and then looking at a potential fast pass for Finding Nemo the musical. So after that, what is next on your list for the best day ever?
Expedition Everest, kind of that next stop as you get ready to exit Asia. But one of the really kind of cool thing in that corner of the park, just here within the last year, is Rivers of Light. It's the nighttime show. Disney's Animal Kingdom had been without a nighttime show, and it was always kind of rumored and said that they would never have a nighttime show at that park,
right?
Specifically because of the care for the animals. But there's a nighttime show in that park now. It's not a fireworks show. You're not going to have. It's not loud. It's not big. It's not a spectacular.
Yeah.
It's a totally different type of experience, and it's kind of one of those Disney shows that's kind of like Walt Disney's Fantasia.
Yeah,
it's an art experience. It's
yes.
kind of an experience of what life is all about. It's that kind of interconnectedness and our connectedness to the earth and what it's like to be an animal. Research that show, read about it, understand what it is before you see it. Otherwise, you're going to say, "What was that?"
Yeah. Well, and if there's
it's a little strange.
If there's that expectation of a happily ever after, or the Star Wars show at Hollywood Studios at night, big don't
production.
think of those exactly. Very, very different than that. Yeah, that's good to know going into it.
And the most important thing to remember is that there are two boats. And those boats represent two different things. Do your research and find out what those two things represent, because then you'll understand the show a little bit more.
Very cool. I like that. Do
your research.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who likes to do research before a Disney vacation? Who knows?
we know you do, and that's why you're on here. That's why you're giving all this awesome information.
All the details of how to have the best day ever at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
So as you exit Asia, I'm gonna leave Expedition Everest kind of alone for a little bit, and we're gonna wander over to Finding Nemo the musical. Fantastic stage show.
Yes, very good.
It's one of the best on Disney property. Gigantic puppetry. Fantastic. The cast and the crew of that show, they go above and beyond.
Yeah.
It's high energy. The songs you will leave singing in the Big Blue World.
Oh, for sure.
In the Big Blue World, you'll watch it. It's great to watch with your kids because there's such a great storyline in Finding Nemo, not only for kids, but also for the adults. That's Once again, the thing I love about Disney is they can make these productions that are on a kid's level because they're entertaining and they're fun to watch, but those plot lines grow up with your kids.
Yeah.
Take the time, have that conversation about what it's like to be disappointed. Because that's kind of what Finding Nemo is all about. Nemo's kind of disappointed in his dad.
Yeah.
But old dad comes to save the day.
Yeah, and that's life. You're right.
Yep. Grow up with those storylines. Allow them to grow and develop.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic, excellent. It's air conditioned, really great effects. A lot of times with shows, people try to sit really close. Don't really try to sit really close with Finding Nemo the musical. Try your best to get in the middle with a really good view of the center of the stage. Slightly left, slightly right, still really good seating. but try to get in the middle of the middle seating section, because you can really watch the full show kind of take place, because the puppets are so large, and there's part of the show that takes place in the audience.
Yeah.
So plan for that.
Yeah.
Because if you're sitting in front of that middle passage row, you're going to miss some of the action.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. And once again, always important to remember bathrooms. At this point in the day, you have passed no fewer than 6 bathrooms.
Oh, for sure.
So Disney, always tons of bathrooms. Bathrooms are 99.9% of the time are absolutely spotless. So from there, after exiting Finding Nemo the musical, you're going to head over to Dino Land. Dino Land is awesome. Bypass the heart of Dino Land to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go through Dino Land to start with. Go around Dino Land and go over and ride Dinosaur.
Yes.
Really cool ride system. Really cool. It kind of tells the tale of what Dino Land is all about. So see Dinosaur before you see Dino Land. If you're timing this right, you've spent a good majority of your day doing Africa. You started your morning in Pandora. You went over to Africa. You've gone to Asia. You've done Finding Nemo the musical. Dinosaurs next, and then Dino Land. If you time Dino Land right, you can get over there in the evening. Really cool roller coaster over there, kind of what's known as your more traditional kind of mouse coaster, mouse style coaster, a spinning car on the roller coaster track, individual cars that go out on the track by themselves. You're not in a train on that attraction. 2 different sides. The wait time can get really long.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't think you're going to want to hear my thoughts on this ride. I think it's my least favorite ride in all of Disney, and only because it just jerks me so much back and forth.
It is.
And my oldest daughter loves it, absolutely loves it. So I get stuck going on it with her every single trip.
If you have back or neck problems, definitely avoid it.
Yeah, you need to stay away from it. But kids, I mean, it's the best for kids. And it is like any other ride. Like, it is so different, and it's got some unexpected, literally, twists and turns. So still something I'd recommend someone try, unless you got those back or hip problems. But it's one I get worried about every time, like, because I'm afraid I'm gonna get off and then I'm gonna have back and hip problems that I didn't have, prior to getting on that ride. But
yeah, and to be honest, it is an off-the-shelf attraction.
Yes,
I mean it's one that Disney bought and assembled on site and then themed it.
Yeah.
So it's not like most Disney attractions that are really specifically purpose built.
But then it fits in with that section so perfectly, because it's that carnival. Exactly. Yeah, it's that old school, carnivals coming to, a city near you for a month, limited time. So it plays into that theming so perfectly.
And it's kind of serendipitous, because Animal Kingdom is so much of what Walt wanted in a theme park. But when you look at that midway, that's what Walt Disney did not want in his theme parks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but it fits in with the theme.
It does.
It's really fun.
Yeah. That's a great place for the kids, and then you have the whole boneyard there as well, which kids love, and and adults have an opportunity to take a little bit of a break and try and get a little bit of rest and shade.
Yeah, oh yeah, cool off. Because I mean, the slides are over there. The kids can run and play and kind of wear themselves out. Because you take kids to a theme park and you spend thousands of dollars on this vacation, and they want to play on a slide and dig in pebbles.
Yep, that's how it's gonna go. That's like
and then
when
they want to go back to the pool. That's what they want to do.
Well, that's what when they're young, they want to play in the cardboard box that you bought them their big gift in. So
exactly.
I guess it's just a larger version of that.
There you go. Yeah. So once you've done that, you kind of have you've made the full loop of the park. There's still a lot of attractions that you're going to want to go back to. And the one that you've missed so far in the day by taking this circular path around Animal Kingdom is you've missed the Tree of Life. Mm-hmm. Spend some time outside the Tree of Life. there is an entrance known as the Tree of Life Garden, where you can walk up, around, and like through the tree, and that way you can kind of get underneath of it, and you can kind of see all the carvings and all that kind of cool stuff. Really peaceful part of your day, because not many people know that part of the park exists.
Yeah.
And then it's Tough to Be a Bug. So there's a theater show inside the tree. The really cool thing about the construction of the Tree of Life, it's actually made out of a deep sea oil rig.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that full space underneath with the Tree of Life theater, and it's Tough to Be a Bug is under there. 4D show, really really cool experience. 3D glasses, your insect goggles. It's kind of scary. So if you have really young kids, know that it can get a little scary. It's dark. There are spiders that drop down from the ceiling. Just kind of a spoiler there. So if you have little ones, be careful. They might get spooked by that attraction. But it's a really really great, really fun show.
And that queue is perfect as well, where, you know, even if you're just walking through the queue because there's not a wait or there is a wait, you get to see so much more of the Tree of Life and a lot of those carvings that are within that queue as you walk down. So definitely something else to make sure you're paying attention to. And if there is really no queue or line in the queue, still take the time to walk through it and look around, and, you know, don't kind of double pace yourself and just try and run through there. Really take the time to look around and experience everything that's in there, because you could go through 1,000 times and still not see everything.
Yeah, and underneath that tree is something that's quite often missed, is a salute to one of the giants of the animal biology world, and that's Jane Goodall. So you'll find a tribute to her underneath the Tree of Life. Always love to take that moment and pause for everything that she's done and
that's
contributed
so cool.
to animal research. So really awesome opportunity there. So now you've finished with the Tree of Life. The next thing for the best day ever is to go back to a fast pass over at Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
Should be evening time about now, because you have to see Pandora during the day, because you have to see Pandora at night.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's so cool. And if you've planned your day well, you will wear like fluorescent type of clothing or lots of like white, because the black lighting in there after dark, everything glows.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Definitely see Pandora after dark.
Yeah.
Totally different experience. And just the theming that you see during the day, be sure to pay attention to the landscaping, because it just comes alive at night. It's really incredible. So if you catch that right at dark, and if you time it well, you can make your way back over to Africa and see Festival of the Lion King.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see that, kind of one of the last shows of the day, because what you're going to find in the village of Harambe after dark is just incredible. The stage show, the nighttime entertainment that's out, all just such engaging and really transport you to a totally different place.
Yes. Yeah, and that show is, to me, is the best entertainment and best show in all of Walt Disney World. It's so unbelievable.
Oh, I love the Circle of Life, the theater. Festival of the Lion King is spectacular.
Yes.
If you've ever seen Lion King on Broadway, you can kind of think of this as Lion King on Broadway, light.
Yeah.
A lot of the same music, just the acrobatics. The costuming is just spectacular. I love it. It's so colorful. It's so vibrant. You will be singing the Circle of Life. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? All those favorites from Disney's Lion King. But then when you walk back out into Harambe and you have all the different acrobats and the musicians and the stage show, all that stuff just kind of comes to life at night. And you have the opportunity to take in something that's really cool, is the safari after dark. Starting It is, yes. Starting last spring, they started doing the safari after dark, and it is a different experience.
Yeah.
Don't expect the same safari because the savannah kind of comes alive at night. Different experiences out there, seeing the animals kind of in their nighttime element. You're going to see some animals that you didn't see during the day because they are more active at nighttime.
Yeah.
So kind of really cool experience there. But so by this point in time, you're really winding down your night. I'm going to suggest one of two things. If you're in the mood for a big dinner, like say for instance you didn't really eat much of a lunch, you just kind of snacked your way through the afternoon, go to Tiffin's.
Yeah.
Signature restaurant at Disney's Animal Kingdom. There was not a signature restaurant in Animal Kingdom before Tiffin's opened. It is over, located right behind Pizza Safari. Kind of the buildings are connected, but it's right at the entrance to Pandora. Fabulous food. Really spectacular restaurant. The Nomad Lounge is also connected to Tiffin's restaurant. So if you're kind of in the mood for an adult beverage in the afternoon, or you want to sit down and enjoy kind of a more tasteful snack rather than just kind of theme park food, definitely take advantage of the Nomad Lounge. Really cool outdoor seating area. There are 3 different dining rooms located inside of Tiffin's. There's a grand gallery. There is the oh gosh, can't remember the name of the Safari Gallery, the Grand Gallery, and I think the Trek Gallery is the third one. And all 3 of them are very distinctively different areas. They're themed differently, they're decorated differently, and they each have a different feel. The Grand Gallery is the big open space, high ceilings, the kind of 1.5-foot tall totems in the center of that dining room. The Safari Gallery is the one that's kind of more quiet, a little bit more intimate. If you have a lunch reservation at Tiffin's, I would definitely suggest the Trek Gallery because it has more of a daytime view than the other two rooms do. Fantastic meals. Cannot say enough about the menu at that restaurant. It's adventurous. But it's not so adventurous that it's kind of crazy. If you're in the mood for the marinated grilled octopus, it's on the menu. But also if you're just in the mood for your kind of traditional steak, the Wagyu beef is delicious.
Is that your go-to item there? I haven't been yet. I'm so excited to go sometime in the future.
I've gotten to eat there twice now. I've been to the Nomad Lounge a couple more times on top of that. But the first time I dined at Tiffin's, I only ordered off the appetizer menu.
Yeah.
I ordered the bread service. I ordered the cheese service, the selection of artisanal cheeses, and then I also ordered the salad. Oh my gosh, that salad is so good. It's so flavorful. And then of course I had dessert too. So
yeah, of course.
But yeah, so ordered off the appetizer menu, kind of three dishes. The bread service is phenomenal. Kind of like the bread service over at Sanaa, over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Kidani Village, but not quite as elaborate.
Okay, because that's one of my favorite items at any of the restaurants throughout Disney is that bread service over at Sanaa.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Sanaa bread service light. Like you could literally almost make a meal out of the bread service at Sanaa.
Yeah.
But a little less, a little bit lighter. Three different selections of the dipping sauces instead of the full complement that's available over at Sanaa. But yeah, and then the desserts are fantastic. I had the chocolate ganache this time, so rich and so flavorful, but not overpowering. It's a really dark chocolate. I really enjoy dark chocolates. But yeah, so a lot of different flavors that really complemented the chocolate really well. The menu is so well balanced. No matter what you order, no matter what you kind of combine to order, you're really going to enjoy your meal there. And the service is over the top as well.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So man, I mean that is so much incredible information. That all sounds like the best day ever at Animal Kingdom.
Best day ever. And of course, they also have Dole Whip with rum.
Yeah. Yeah,
so if you really want to have the best day ever, go have the Dole Whip with the dark rum.
Yes, yeah.
Have it, enjoy it.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, over there in Africa at the stand there. So, if during this day, you were to spend 15 minutes to just relax and take everything in, what is the one spot throughout that entire park you would recommend that you just sit for 15 minutes and just kind of, just stare out into everything that's around you?
Tough question. There's another quick service location there is Flame Tree Barbecue. There is kind of waterside seating down behind Flame Tree Barbecue that I really do kind of like to chill out there late in the afternoon. It's really a nice place if you have a drink or you have a snack and you just kind of want a place to sit down and kind of cool off, chill out. That's a fantastic place to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So what other tips or tricks would you recommend while you're at Animal Kingdom and going throughout your day and working your way around the park? Because I know there's more you want to say about Everest.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everest is to do a fast pass for Everest doesn't do too much justice to the queue.
Yeah.
So much of the story of that attraction is told as you go through that queue. It's almost like going through a museum before you do the attraction.
Yeah.
Really, the way they have themed that area and with the Tibetan prayer flags that are kind of strung out all over that land. Everest is the attraction. It's the roller coaster itself is phenomenal. Whenever we rode it on our honeymoon, first time I ever rode it, we got stuck and had to do a walkout.
Wow.
Yeah, we got stuck. And kind of a spoiler alert here: if you don't want to spoil, you can kind of mute the radio for 10 seconds. But it goes backwards. So whenever you first come over the crest of that mountain at the end of the lift hill, you think that you're going to go and start your experience there, but you kind of head out to the end of that track, and the Yeti has ripped the rails out from in front of you, so your car goes backwards at that point, and that is like my happy spot.
Oh yeah.
All of Walt Disney World are the G-forces you experience as you are thrust back through that dark mountain, fully in the dark.
Yeah, your head goes down and your shoulders kind of crunch, and you can't help it. But it's such an amazing feeling. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love it. That's
the stuff right there. It's like, I can't move. It feels amazing. Then you come up and you park, and then kind of a graphic comes, and the Yeti, and you can see the Yeti ripping the track out, and then all of a sudden, out of the mountain you go.
Yeah.
Straight down the hill. One of the best uses of on attraction photography is that attraction, because it catches you either hands in the air, hands straight out, but everyone is either screaming or like balled up in the fetal position, because it really throws you out of that mountain. I mean, you come straight down, you go right into a left banked turn. Really, really, really cool experience, and it is one of the longer Disney roller coasters.
Yeah.
So you're gonna wait in line for a little while if you don't do fast pass, which by the way, Expedition Everest has a single rider line.
Yes.
If you're a single rider, or no one else in your party wants to ride, or if you don't care if all of your party rides together, go do the single rider line, because they're going to kind of toss you on wherever there's an available spot on the train.
Yeah, so, chances are a couple of you might be on the same train anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So only our, let's see, I think it was our trip in September did both of my daughters start to ride Everest, which was so awesome, because now we can do it as a family of 4, but then it was also so disappointing because I used to single ride that every time, and I was guaranteed to pretty much walk in within 5 minutes and get on. So it's kind of like, it's like, oh, this is great, my whole family gets to enjoy this. But now we're either waiting in the queue, which again is probably one of the best queues in all of Disney, or we're making sure we get that fast pass. But I am glad that they enjoy it now. We had done it about maybe a year ago with my oldest daughter, who was 8 at the time. And so she rode it with my wife, and I waited with our younger daughter. And she got off, and she was like, man, that was so much fun. And I said, well, do you want to ride it again with me? She said, yeah. So we go, and we wait about 50 minutes in line, go through the queue, and I'm pointing everything out. And we're just about to get to that point where they're going to move you forward and ask how many are in your party. and I look down, and there's just tears pouring down her face, and she just looks at me and says, "I can't do it again." And there's that moment you're like, I'm not going to be the parent that shoves their kid on this ride while they have a fit. So I said, okay, that's fine, and grabbed her hand, and we found the exit and walked out. So about a full year later, while we were there with some friends, did we all decide, hey, let's get ready to do this again. And they'll spin the entire ride, especially my youngest, sitting next to me with her head pretty much in my lap. And then we get off of it, and I'm like, well, how did you like it? Oh, I loved it. I'm like, you didn't even see any of the ride. But I'm glad it's something, that we get to do as a family now. So that part's worked out. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, this is awesome. I love all the insights you have and your passion for this park. I'm already thinking about the next time we go about the different things that I need to make sure I take the time to look around, and like you said, look at the ground you're walking on. Look at the plants and the animals in each section and the way that, they're specific to that country in that area.
Find the lemurs. Yeah. You got to find the lemurs. A lot of people overlook the lemurs.
And the meerkats are so much fun. I could sit and watch them all day long. They're hilarious.
And they're so colonial.
Yes.
I mean that's like they have their little colony, and that like they have their watch out. And the cool thing is about the meerkat exhibit is you have like the other animals that you can also watch out on the savannah in front of you.
Oh,
so it's really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, before we kind of start to wrap up here, I want to go through a couple rapid fire questions with you real quick.
Awesome.
So obviously, normally number one on my list is favorite park, but we already know that's Animal Kingdom.
Oh, of course.
And I might now know this answer, but what is your favorite ride out of all 4 parks?
Oh.
Because I was going to guess Everest.
I'm going to exclude Flight of Passage on this one.
I know.
Because it's kind of the obvious. It's the brand new one. Everyone loves it. Everest would definitely, of course, be at the top of that list because it's my favorite attraction at Animal Kingdom. Probably a second would be Tower of Terror.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that ride system, and especially since it is completely unpredictable with the drop patterns. We have had such cool experiences with you start all the way at the top and go all the way to the bottom and go almost all the way back up to the top.
You have no clue. That's the next one, and I don't know what trip it's going to be that I got to get the 2 kids on. They're still not ready for that one, but So out of all the parks, and this could include fireworks and shows like Festival of the Lion King. What is your favorite show out of all of the parks?
Oh, favorite show. Let me think here.
These are the hard-hitting questions.
Oh,
it's not easy.
I do. I love Fantasmic.
Yeah,
I do. It's the whole story, and I think the thing is that with Fantasmic is the storyline is easy to follow because they really make sure to put the storyline out there with Mickey and his dream, and it's that kind of classic battle of good versus evil. I love Fantasmic.
Oh yeah, favorite place to eat out of all of Disney, and this could include the resorts and the parks.
Oh, that's so hard. Favorite place to eat. I'm really gonna have to do some thinking on this one.
Okay, well we'll come back to that one. What about, because this one may be easier for you, what's your favorite resort?
Favorite resort. It's going to be a really, really close tie on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Kingdom Lodge or Wilderness Lodge.
Yep.
I love both of those resorts. And really Animal Kingdom Lodge I love for a different reason than Wilderness Lodge. Animal Kingdom Lodge is I would consider the least convenient of the deluxe resorts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's out there. It takes a little while to get to back and forth from everything. But that resort really transports you to a totally different continent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
completely out there.
Yeah, and for me, it'd be between Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom Lodge. And what would edge it out for Animal Kingdom Lodge for me is if you have a Savannah view. If you don't have a Savannah view, then I'm picking Wilderness Lodge.
Yep.
But I think they have so many similarities within them. But both of those are just so outstanding. And then out of all the resorts, which has your favorite pool?
Ooh, favorite pool. You know, we had a lot of fun at the Bay Lake Tower pool.
Oh, okay.
On our last trip with the kids. That water slide is so fast.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. And plus, the proximity to the Magic Kingdom, it's fantastic.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
And the other pools that we really enjoyed were Saratoga Springs.
Oh, okay.
The Paddock pool over there, but then also you have your main feature pool there at the Carriage House. So really awesome experiences there. It's definitely, and the like the area there with the springs, really cool.
All right, so you think of that favorite place to eat yet?
I'm gonna have to go with Ohana.
Okay.
The pineapple coconut bread is one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
But then on top of that is just, and we especially love to eat at Ohana. Like one of the last things at night, whenever you can catch the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
So that if you time it right, but yeah, the pork dumplings, the Asian noodles, the menu there is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love all the your meats grilled over the open wood fire right there in the dining room. Really cool experience. Plus, I am a fan of tropical drinks, so
yeah.
really good tropical drinks.
And that whole experience there. We've only done breakfast there because we wanted to do Lilo and Stitch, but it's another one of those. I mean, from the moment, you know, if you drive over there and you get out of your car and you walk through that resort and into that lobby and you go upstairs and the shopping there, and, you know, afterwards we walked down on the beach and, you know, kind of stuck our toes in the sand, and just, it's another one of those resorts that even if you're not staying there, you know, make time and go to Ohana's, whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and just enjoy everything that resort, you know, has to offer. So before I wrap up here, I do want you to talk just a little bit more about Mouse Chat and Pixie Vacations, and just let everybody know where they can find you guys to either listen, or if they're looking to book a vacation coming up, where should they go to?
Yeah, you can check us out. Mousechat.net is our podcast website. And you can find us at pixievacations.com. And if you would like, my wife and I, Jesse, if you'd like us to help plan your vacation, you can request us as agents there with Chris and Jessica Sharps, or Chris and Jesse Sharps. But yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Mouse Chat. You can find Mouse Chat on Facebook. You can also find my wife and I on Facebook. You can message us. You can also email us, chris@pixievacations.com or jesse@pixievacations.com. And we'll be definitely glad to help you plan your next Disney adventure. But yeah, mousechat.net, pixievacations.com. You can find us. Also on Instagram, I'm the one that posts most of our photos on our Instagram page. I'm also an avid photographer, so I love capturing those Disney moments. So check us out on the Instagram, Mouse Chat over there as well. Also on Twitter. Definitely check us out on Facebook. Also have a Facebook group for Mouse Chat. It's a private closed group, so just request entrance and we'll approve that. Great community of Disney fans.
Yeah, it is.
We love our listeners. We have so much fun recording the show. We kind of take a non-traditional Disney podcast approach in that we're a group of friends and we get together and we talk about Disney. We give very honest reviews about our experiences, and sometimes we're going to tell you to do this, not that, or do that, not this.
Yeah.
And that's something we really enjoy doing, is because, like I said, vacation time, vacation money, those are both very precious resources today. So take the opportunity to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, and that's what, and like you said, I love, that you guys don't always sugarcoat everything, because one of the things I'll talk about a lot is expectations, because there's very different if you know what to expect. If you know to go into a certain hotel and expect maybe their food court isn't the best, and you know that ahead of time, and you don't have to experience it for yourself that it's not the best. I just think stuff like that is so good to know, and you guys do a great job of that. And again, it's entertaining to listen to. It's fun. You can tell you guys are passionate about this and that you all enjoy just talking Disney. So, Sharpie, I cannot thank you enough for coming and talking to me. The Mouse Chat group is such a great group of Disney fans, and everybody there is so interactive with each other and so nice and welcoming. So I was really glad to be a part of, joining that Facebook group in this past week and talking all things Disney, because as we know, you and I, that's what we love to do. So
you just have to geek out sometimes.
You really do. And so I'm excited just in the future to get to connect with you and, and watch you go on your trips and hopefully share some of our experiences as we go on ours. And make sure you check out Mouse Chat and start listening and go back in the vault and listen to, episodes from the past, because so many of them are still useful today. But thank you guys so much for listening, and that's all I have for now, so we'll see you real soon.